Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. All music, photos, and videos under fair use for review and educational purposes only.
Creed dancing around. Hey, I don't believe it! Hey, that champ is down. Yes, he is.
The dancing destroyer, the king of Sting, the Count of Monte Fisto, master of disaster, the one and only Apollo Creed.
He looks fantastic. Well, he looks pretty beat up. He looks like he's gone 15 rounds with the Italian Stallion. He comes with a towel drenched in blood. On the bottom, you got a picture of Apollo Creed as he enters.
Uncle Sam himself,
Unfortunately, that's one of the figures in this line that I'm missing. I'm not missing many. I'm only missing like 3 pieces in the entire line, and this is one of them. Why? Because it's super expensive. It's only 1 out of 100. I can't spend that much on a figure. Then on the side, you've got that small sticker. Apollo Creed, post-fight versus Rocky Balboa. This is that Apollo Creed that says,
I'm gonna stop the fight. Hey, you ain't stopping nothing, man. You ain't stopping nothing.
On the back, you've got a nice prototype of Apollo Creed. Look at this guy. There's small little differences from this prototype and the Apollo Creed that's actually in the package. And at the toy fair, there's also smaller differences there. On the side, you've got small little bio, and it basically sums up the Apollo Creed we all know and love.
Yes, we all right. Okay.
And here is Apollo Creed out of the package, and he looks fantastic. The likeness is so good. And before we start talking about that face mold and the rest of the body, comparing the paint application from the actual figure we got in the package to the figure that is in the back of the package, there are several little paint apps that are missing. Namely, the paint application on the gloves and the stars on the side of his boots. And now let's take a look at that head sculpt. Look at this face. Such a great head sculpt by Jakks Pacific. Compare this face to the final knockdown that he gave Rocky when Rocky gets back up. That looks very, very good. And his afro is a little out of place. This looks so good. And they try to give him bloodshot eyes. They gave him a ripped body with veins even coming out on his chest. Bruised parts or bloody parts on his body. Small little details like that just make this figure so much better. And now those iconic American flag shorts. You see all the little pink spots like blood. He also has a little bit of pink here on his knee. And the only accessory that he came with, this blood-soaked towel. This towel is made in China and surface washable only. This goes so good with Apollo right here.
Got him up against the rope. Apollo, the champion.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. Ain't gonna be no rematch.
The 1-1.
Before this video ended, I wanted to thank Pizza Nation 7 for requesting this figure. I've never taken the time to appreciate this toy, and it's an awesome toy. I also wanted to thank Matthew Craig. It's his rendition of the final bell that you hear playing in the background right now. Check out his YouTube channel for more piano covers. Last, but certainly not least, big thanks to Going the Distance Podcast and the Rocky Minute Podcast. Listening to their Rocky movie reviews inspired me to start these Rocky toy reviews. Please like and consider subscribing. I will be working on Series 2 of the Jakks Pacific Rocky Balboa toy line, featuring characters in the movie Rocky 2. Series 1 started hitting store shelves in late October, with each subsequent series arriving a month or so later, not including online stores like Ringside Collectibles, who were selling an exclusive 1 out of 100 Apollo Creed. The known retailers to me in the US that sold the Rocky toy line were Toys R Us and KB Toy Stores. Selling at $7.99 at retail, these figures came out punching right out of the corner, with 11 figures in the first series. Arguably, only 2 bums in the set, Spider Rico and the Meat. My biggest complaint about this set was the lack of a championship belt for the figures, and that most of the picture inserts in the packaging didn't coincide with the actual figure. A boxing ring for your figures was also released. Literally, it's just a WWE ring with a sheet of Rocky stickers to apply. And if you really wanted to get your kids into Rocky, they sold wearable electronic boxing gloves that had the iconic Bill Conti Rocky music and Mickey's voice cheering you on. They also sold the wonderful championship belt that if you were slim enough, you could wear yourself. If you lived in the UK, you got an exclusive, combining both the gloves and championship belt, plus the action figures of Clubber Lang and Rocky Balboa. Stay tuned, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as throughout the year, we will be talking about each series in the Rocky toy line individually, and reviewing a few figures from the series in mention. And you can be the judge whether or not the Rocky line was just another bum from the neighborhood, or if it indeed did go the distance.